So that shiny new game just came out, RoadCraft, and you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game first and first impressions. Keep in mind this is not a full review, this is a quick look at the game. Everything I'll be talking about happened within 2.5 hours of starting the game, so I'll show some footage of the game while describing it and giving a few thoughts on it. There's a few different modes here. You could join a game, create your own campaign, or do custom scenarios. All of this footage will be the campaign though. To start the game, you create a company name, a company decal, and then pick one of 2 starting vehicles. It shows 8 campaign maps, and after all the time I was on the game, I was still only in the second map. Each map has several missions in it, and each mission is fairly simple to understand, but actually doing those missions is harder than you'd think. To begin with, the missions start off pretty easy though, and then they start getting more and more complex, as it'll start adding several vehicles that you need to use to accomplish a single job. Switching vehicles is very easy. You just pull up the map, hover over any vehicle that you own, and get into it. Or you could also just use the garage. All of the vehicles will stay where you left them too, or you could just drive them into the garage if you wanted to keep them there instead. You can drive in first person or third person if you wanted to. Besides doing jobs yourself, another thing that you do is plot routes between 2 locations for AI vehicles to use. The plotting part is easy. The difficult part is making sure that the road is good enough for them to drive on, like using a dump truck to dump sand over mud and then using a dozer to flatten the sand into a road. Otherwise, the AI vehicles will just spin their tires in the mud. You'll be using a lot of different vehicles and heavy machinery in this game, and I definitely haven't used all of them yet. There's still more to go. You can also purchase vehicles in the shop, but I've yet to feel a need for that. I honestly haven't even got that far into the game, but that's because it was time consuming for me to try and do the tasks as well as figure out how to accomplish them in the first place. You'll have a lady pop up on the radio to give you tasks, and that's about as much story as there seems to be. I only used a few vehicles in the time that I played, but there's a lot more than the ones that I used, and more complex scenarios. In terms of gameplay, this game is very straightforward. Just use different vehicles to get the job done. It's that simple. I feel like I don't really have too much more to say. That would probably require me to play a lot longer and use more vehicles. I think this game accomplishes what it tries to do, that's for sure. It's fun, time consuming, takes planning, and all the vehicles have roles to fill and are enjoyable to use. I only wish it went a step further, like having vehicle damage or requiring gas to continue, for example. Overall, it's a good game. It is kinda niche though. I don't think everyone would enjoy it unless they're into this kind of game. I did not have any game issues either. It ran pretty smoothly, and the graphics look good to me too. I'd say it's solid all around, though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you in the next one.